Hey, Pretty Girl Club. Welcome to another episode of Comment, Foolery, Exposed. In this video, we're going to talk about how people are saying that Beyonce has been out of tune with her blackness for years. This girl says, let's just tell the truth. I remember in her DC4 and DC3 where she wore her real hair type and those tree braids because she said her hair broke and she was trying to grow it back. Why is she acting brand new and making a hair care line for everybody? I remember in those hype hair magazines, Beyonce used to break down her hair care practices. There is this weird disconnect Beyonce has with her black stans as if she's purposely not trying to be relatable to them. So isn't it hilarious how she's accusing Beyonce of acting brand new as if this person actually knows who Beyonce is in real life? Has anyone else noticed how when you are the one who is on the pedestal, people become very parasocial with you? So they become obsessed with everything you're doing, obsessed with everything you're saying. Meanwhile, they don't even know you. In some cases, they've never even spoken to you. And then they think that they're mind readers and they think that you are quote unquote acting brand new. But then if you ask them for examples of how you're acting brand new, how you're acting funny, then they can't give you any example. The only example they have is basically you look pretty and you are successful. And also, what does it mean to be out of tune with your blackness? Like, how can you show that you're in tune with blackness? Because one thing I've noticed is that a lot of people, they associate blackness with struggle and with being a victim of colorism, texturism, and featureism. And over here on this channel is actually created for the black women who are quote unquote privileged. And so I've noticed that anytime that you have both blackness and privilege as a part of your identity, people will accuse you of not being black enough, being out of tune with blackness. Some people will even say that you think you're better, or they will say that you're benefiting from isms. So it's like, okay, how can Beyonce show that she is in tune with blackness? Like, please tell me, what should Beyonce do to prove herself as being more black? And also, I see that somebody screenshotted a photo of Beyonce next to a white man, and they're making it like, Beyonce is lighter than this white man. So lately there have been rumors going on that Beyonce has bleached her skin. And so my thing is, if we're going to talk about skin bleachers, sure, you know what? Let's say that Beyonce bleaches her skin. Now, are we going to talk about the multi-billion-dollar skin bleaching industry and how the majority of people who are bleaching their skin are actually unambiguous black women in African countries? Are we going to talk about that, or are we just going to ignore all of that and only pinpoint Beyonce? Because I've noticed that there's a huge situational hypocrisy with the whole skin bleaching talking point. People only call out light-skinned people or people who were never dark-skinned in the first place. They only call out those people if they are bleachers. But I don't see any smoke for the multi-billion-dollar bleaching industry. I don't see any smoke for Nigerian women. I don't see people tracking dark-skinned, unambiguous Nigerian women's skin tones and saying, oh, she went from coffee-colored to milk chocolate. She's a bleacher. I don't see people doing that. Why is it that only non-dark-skinned people are the main ones who are being watched meticulously and having photos taken to them? Like you can see in this photo here, somebody put a picture of Beyonce. They literally drew an arrow pointing to a white man, trying to get you to compare Beyonce's skin tone to a white man. Why do I not see this type of zeal when it comes to unambiguous dark-skinned black women? Why is it that they're constantly policing the women that they put on a pedestal? That's really what it is. Anytime that you're policing something, you pedestalize it. That's why you're policing Beyonce so hard and ignoring Kelly Rowland, who looks like a different person in some of her pictures. I've seen photos of Kelly Rowland where I'm like, oh my God, she looks totally different. Yeah, she might still be dark-skinned in both pictures, but her nose looks different. Her hairstyles look different. Her skin tone even looks different in some of the photos, but nobody's talking about that. And also, why is Beyonce required to prove her blackness or be in tune with blackness? Like, where is this energy for all of the other artists out there? Why do you need Beyonce particularly to prove her blackness so bad or to be in tune with blackness? Are you saying this about Lauryn Hill? Are you saying this about dark-skinned, unambiguous artists? Or are you only saying this about Beyonce? And also, people forget that Beyonce literally has white ancestry. Yes, I said it. Beyonce is part white. Get over it. Beyonce is not 100% African or, she has 100% African in her background. Beyonce and Solange The one that people like to pretend is somehow blacker than Beyonce. No, just because she has type 4 hair doesn't mean that she's invalidated from having mixture in her bloodline. Beyonce and Solange both have white ancestry in their family. So guess what? Beyonce and Solange also benefit from colorism. You know how people love to talk about colorism? Yeah, Beyonce benefits from colorism, and so does Solange. And so it's like you're expecting a woman, a light-skinned mixed race woman or light-skinned woman with significant European admixture to be in tune with her blackness. And I'm very curious to see if they are giving these same requirements for dark-skinned unambiguous artists. Like, where is all of this energy for dark-skinned artists? And when it comes to being in tune with blackness, is this not the same group of women that got mad when Blue Ivy, Beyonce's daughter, was rocking her natural hair? There was a whole petition out where women were literally giving thousands of signatures saying that Blue Ivy's hair was nappy and needed to be combed. And so the last time Beyonce was being very in tune with blackness or not caring about what people thought about her daughter's type 4 hair, then there was outrage about it. So which one is it? Do you want Beyonce to exhibit perfection and not having any flaws? Or do you want her to be more in tune with blackness? And also, what does blackness mean to you? You know how people say, oh, I have the black experience, or you don't have the black experience. What does that mean? Tell me, what is the black experience? What is the standard black experience? Because I've noticed that a lot of content creators, they make it as if the standard experience for blackness is being a victim of colorism, texturism, featureism, and racism, struggling, being at the bottom, having other people replace you in the media, being in need of corrective promotion. I don't relate to any of that. The women on this channel, we don't even relate to any of those things because we have both blackness and privilege as a part of our core identity. So why can't Beyonce also have both of those things? Why can't she have blackness as a part of her identity and also have privilege as a part of her identity? Why is it that people have to make blackness synonymous with being underprivileged? Anyway, what do you ladies think? Let me know in the comment section and I'll talk to you next time. Stay pretty, ladies.